Morning from sunny New York. I hope you all continue to be well and safe during these scary times, and that you're engaging with your family and getting your schoolwork done and visiting with people via video, phone calls, text messages. And please, if you're in a nice area today with the weather warming up and the sun is out, get outside, go for that social distancing walk, enjoy time with your family in your yard if you have one. And thank you for joining me today. So today I'm going to be presenting Hockey Agony, which is obviously based on hockey. And this was inspired by all my nieces and nephews and my daughters as we watched them all play their various sports growing up. So this book is dedicated to each and every one of them, which I have many of. So the original dedication to this was my love and admiration go out to my wonderful nieces and nephews, Colleen, Jacqueline, Michael, Larry, Richie, Patrick, Casey, another Michael, Kevin, James, Sean, Tyler, TJ, Liam, Gabriella, Leah, and Matthew, and of course my daughters Nicole and Haley. Your willingness to share your stories and to watch all your antics throughout the years inspired the story of the Hockey Agony. You all hold a very special place in my heart. Continue onward to your dreams. Your success is imminent, and that is all for each and every one of you. So without further ado, I'm going to read Hockey Agony. Larry's crutches almost slipped on the steps to the school entrance. His heart raced. At first, all the attention from his broken leg made him feel important. Now it was just a major pain. The thought of watching his team play against Pearl River without him made the muscles in his back and neck tense. Squeak, squeak. The crutches, rubbing on the worn brown tile, echoed throughout the hallway. Larry continued toward homeroom, hoping not to be cornered by Coach Brennan, and was not in the mood for one of his speeches. If you would have been a clean check, you wouldn't have broken your leg. Blah, blah, blah. No kidding. Duh. Larry hobbled into his homeroom, and his heart plunged to his ankles. The back of Coach Brennan's bald head was unmistakable as he looked out the window. First, that's Larry heading into the school. And now that's him approaching the classroom and seeing the back of his coach. Coach turned toward Larry. Have you ever noticed the possibilities of a new day? Huh? It's bad enough teachers ask weird questions, but now Coach did too? Hey, I'm glad I caught you before class. Coach leaned against the windowsill. Larry placed his weight onto his crutches, using his armpits to steady himself. He released the backpack from his shoulders. Thud. The backpack slammed to the floor. Amazing how its weight didn't send him flying down the front steps earlier. Even though you can't play Friday night, we'd like you up in the score box to run the clock. Coach rubbed his face. Larry gripped the crutches tighter than tight, making his fingers turn white and his palms sweat. Clock runner, why would I want to do that? Coach crossed his arms over his chest. Well, for one, you'll have the best spot in the rink. And, Larry asked rudely. Coach took a long, deep breath. We've spoken about your attitude both on and off the ice. Not this again. Larry didn't look Coach in the eye. Yes, again. While you play for me, I demand respect and discipline, as I do from all my players. Coach kept his voice at an even level. Yeah, I know. Larry felt the heat rise up in his neck to his face. You say you know, but you make no attempt to change your attitude. Coach pulled out a chair. Take the load off and sit down. See, now Larry is sitting down, listening to his coach. Tired before the day had really begun, Larry gave in and sat. He fidgeted with the white cloth poking out from the top of his cast. What am I supposed to do? Be overjoyed I broke my leg? I'm not saying that, and you know it. Coach pulled out another chair and sat across from Larry. Then what are you saying? Larry asked. Coach gripped his sausage-sized fingers on the sides of the desk and leaned forward. Your extreme talent will only take you so far. College scouts won't even look at you down the road with behavior problems. The smell of stale coffee wafted from Coach's mouth. If you don't like me, why would you have me to be clock runner? Larry finally made eye contact with Coach. Don't twist my words. If I didn't like you and didn't see potential in you, I wouldn't even bother having this talk with you. Besides, this will give you the chance to be part of the action and to maybe change your attitude. Won't the other team have a problem with this? Larry hoped it would be the case. I've already spoken with the Pearl River coach. He agreed on one condition. They'll have one of their players with you. Larry's stomach flip-flopped. His insides had a mind of their own today. He couldn't control it. Great. It's bad enough I can't play. Now I have to hang with one of them? Coach paced around the desks, circling like a vulture. He rested his hand on Larry's shoulder. I thought you'd see this as a chance to be part of the action. Coach's hand felt like a dead weight. Larry couldn't help himself and rolled his eyes. Fine, I'll do it. Just don't expect me to talk to him. Word spread fast. Larry's teammate Peter Rossi cornered him in the hallway. Larry poked a loose floor tile with one crutch. My man Larry, I hear Coach wants you as the clock runner for Friday's game. His breath made Larry's nose twitch. Yes, so? Peter followed him to lunch. So that's them seeing each other in the hallway. So I wonder what happens next at lunch. He leaned into Larry. How about you shave a few seconds off the clock if we get a penalty? Man, if Peter got any closer, I'd see right up his flaring nostrils. Larry didn't say a word in response. Come on, you know you can do it. I know you have a way of doing things without getting caught. Peter finally has what he wanted, my position. Why can't he just be happy with that? Ring, ring, saved by the bell. Larry wavered on his crutches and steadied himself. He ignored the grumbles from his stomach and headed to his next class. This isn't over, Peter called out from behind Larry. Not by a long shot. The school always felt stuffy to Larry. Today, the clammy air coated his arms and neck. So much mental pressure from all around. I wish everyone would just back off. Whatever, Larry mumbled. Hard as it was to navigate the hallways, Larry found it even harder to avoid Peter. See, and that's the boys at lunchtime. And Larry's trying to get away from him, doesn't like the pressure. The teachers actually thought Peter's offer of assistance was kind, but Larry knew different. I don't see what the big deal is. Why can't you just do it? Peter said when they were out of earshot of the teachers. It's cheating, that's why. Come on, it never bothered you before to bend the rules a bit. No, but this is outright cheating. Ring, ring. Larry welcomed the sound of the bell and headed into the classroom. Peter made a show of settling Larry in at his desk. I expect you to run the clock in our favor tonight. He gave Larry's chair a slight kick. Larry ignored him and wrote down the homework assignment posted. That night, Larry found himself up high at center ring in the score box. All alone until the doors swung open, Larry came face to face with Prover's worst player, Matthew Prince. With his right arm in a cast, of course, it couldn't be their best player, right? Larry and Matthew looked each other up and down. With the arena jam-packed, it was hard to hear. See, and there are the two boys. They're up in that score box overlooking the rink. The background noise suited Larry just fine, since he had no plans to speak to Matthew anyway. But he couldn't help himself and relented. Look at these guys go. The rise and fall of the players' chests through their jerseys was unmistakable with each stride and breath they took. The ice rink always felt cold as a spectator, but not tonight. Beads of sweat formed on Larry's forehead and neck. I wish I could be out there. Me too, Matthew said. The glass rattled with each body check into the boards. Woohoo! Larry cheered at the top of his lungs. This is the best game I've ever seen, Matthew shouted over the roar of the crowd. You better believe it, Larry smacked his hands on the table. With only 40 seconds left on the clock, the score was Pearl River 5, Stony Point 4. Larry's heart pounded in his chest. Peter skated toward the goal and slipped by 2 defenders. A lump formed in Larry's throat. Seeing his spot on the team fade away, I never realized Peter could skate so fast. Peter slammed into the puck, ripping it toward the goalie. It bounced off the goalpost. Stony Point recovered the puck. The noise was deafening. Peter shot again, and the puck was deflected. Peter swung around the net and swiped the puck again. Unlikely encouragement came from Matthew. You'll be back, I'm sure of it. The fans cheered, erupted in a deafening tone. The referee skated to the middle. Fans exchanged anxious looks, looking at the big 0 on the clock. Matthew reached to clear the clock. Larry stopped Matthew's hand. No, wait. The head referee looked up. We couldn't hear the buzzer. Did the player take his shot before the buzzer? Larry's chest tightened. The pain from his broken leg was nothing compared to this. He glanced at Matthew, who shrugged his shoulders. All eyes stared at Larry. He wondered if silence could be deafening. Larry grabbed the microphone and swallowed. Sir, without a doubt, the buzzer went off before the player took the shot. Boos and hisses filled the arena, mixed with cheers from the Perover fans. Coach Brennan stepped onto the ice and held his hands up for silence. The fans quieted down. Larry braced himself for the worst. Coach Brennan looked around the rink and locked eyes with Larry. Larry couldn't even blink. Matthew rested his hand on Larry's shoulder. Larry didn't swipe it away. I'm sorry, Coach. That's the way it happened, he stammered into the microphone. And that's the coach looking up from the rink and seeing Larry up in the scorebox. Coach Brennan's voice bellowed through the arena. That's okay, Larry. You did a great job. That's what we want. Honesty. Speechless, Larry looked at Matthew. Matthew held his hand out. Hey, man, that took guts. Without even realizing it, Larry had been holding his breath, and now he exhaled deeply. For once, doing the right thing never felt better. Larry shook Matthew's outstretched hand. Thanks. Matthew opened the door for Larry. Come on, let me help you down the stairs. So during the story, without even realizing it, the 2 young boys from different schools ended up respecting one another and understanding the pressures that they may have from other people. So whatever you're doing in this life, it's very important that you do it with honesty and you put your best foot forward and do the best you possibly can. So I hope you enjoyed today's story. And for the educators and parents out there, Hockey Agony does come with an educator's guide that it goes across the curriculum based on teaching tools for English, social studies, math, and science. And it's a perfect fit for the book, and it's a gift with purchase. So if you're interested, you can reach me at donna@donnamcdine.com and visit me at my website, donnamcdine.com. I hope you enjoyed today's story. I look forward to seeing you all next Saturday. And please enjoy the lovely weather here that we're having in New York or wherever you may be. And hi, Mary. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. And I hope you all have a splendid day. And please stay safe and well. And thank you to all the medical staff and all the essential workers in keeping us safe. Take care now. Bye-bye.